Hey, what's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to Marvelous Minds once again, or what we're calling Marvelous Mondays, where we have these short conversations. So thank you very much. You see, I have the homies with me right here. Norbeez from News with Norbeez.
Thank you very much, Marvelous.
Primo Dopey, also known as Big Sick Nasty.
What up? What up? What up?
You guys could check out his he's soon to be coming music page, but check out his Instagram. Go ahead and let him know your Instagram, homie.
Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram, Big Sick Nasty, BIGSICKNASTY, and DM me, get it cracking.
Damn, I need to come up with a line like that.
A line, or you want to do a line?
Damn. Don't put it out there like that, Marvelous. People are going to start making clips about me.
Hey, so my apologies for the last episode where we had some complications, but we got everything settled. Didn't we, Norbeez?
Yeah, you know what? I like to think
Shut up. We got a new phone and we're ready to go.
I like to think we have good luck when I'm on here.
What the hell? Oh, my God. Don't let me read the comments, homie. Don't let me get into the comments.
This guy.
Okay, well, you know what? I just want to put out some information before we get started.
Really?
Yes. With the channel. Right now, I don't know if any of you guys actually saw his first video on here, which he explains what this channel is going to be about. Currently, we haven't touched on those subjects, right? So basically, what we're doing right now is being able to monetize this channel, being able to pretty much
we have to come up with a certain amount of hours.
Yeah, we have to come up with some hours, and we just want to make sure that we get to that point, because at the end of this, we do want to grow as a channel. I'm going to tell all of you guys right now that we actually want to eventually be in the studio where we're going to be doing this show. One of the reasons we have a lot of complications, because me and the Hip Hop Jedi, we have to come here super early to get everything fixed up. We're talking about camera, lights, microphones, computers. We're talking about a lot of things that we got to figure out and we got to test before we start. We're talking about like at least 2 hours to set all this up. Basically, that's one of the reasons why we're trying to push this, and we're trying to monetize, and we're trying to grow as a channel so Marvelous can give all of you guys all the information that you guys have been asking him for. And just stay tuned. For now, we're getting a lot of information from the audience. We're getting a lot of calls and conversations with them.
Yep. So yeah, basically these are just going to be some short conversations that we're going to let the viewers call in and ask whatever you guys want to talk about. That's cool. I'm down for any of the topics that you guys want to talk about. But the main content that is going to be provided on this channel is mainly like lectures about either cultura, biology, health, or there's what was the other one that I want to talk about? History, or I know you guys are always asking about flat Earth and biblical history.
Yes.
So those are two of the main episodes that will be out, and I'll be able to give you a good enough breakdown as opposed to just having a short answer through a conversation on the phone. You know.
Definitely.
But thank you. Hey, thank you to everybody that's donating right now. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys. I know it's been a long time coming, and my apologies once again, but thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys, for real.
Yeah, we're gonna be reading those at the end.
Yeah, we're gonna be reading the super chats at the end. So thank you for everybody that has donating, and has your questions will be answered.
Definitely. I won't dance. Just putting that out there. So.
What the hell? Do you know how to dance?
What was that about?
Do I know how to dance, Marvelous?
Yeah.
Of course I can't dance.
You do the moonwalk into a wall.
No, you know what? I got a few moves, Marvelous. Well, I want to say I could do a fair amount of dancing if I had to, if the moment called for it. I mean, what am I? You know what, Marvelous?
I'm gonna have to ask your boyfriend. I don't know if you're lying or what.
I'm single.
Right.
Just to put that out there, and straight.
Okay.
As much as Marvelous.
Straight as a knot.
So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get into these phone calls whenever anybody wants to decide to call. We will be taking phone calls. But what we're gonna talk about right now?
Well, one, we're not. Just to clarify, we're not using my Obama phone as everybody puts it.
Yeah, I know.
Like I'm not. I don't got it like that yet, people.
So what were we talking about earlier before we went on, bro? About the vendors.
Oh yeah, we were talking about that. The 4 vendors that got hit up. I think it must have happened at least 2 weeks ago. It might have been even less than 2 weeks. But
I thought it was the other day that they pull out a strap. There's
Well,
a
you
guy
know,
that comes out of-
that's the problem, that a lot of our vendors keep getting attacked. It doesn't stop, dude. Like,
Yeah, that's crazy.
As much as we keep trying to, and shout out to Alex Enamorado, because he's definitely one of the guys in the front lines, always showing up when these attacks happen to help and console our street vendors. You know, and this is fucked up because they're getting harassed, they're getting robbed, they're getting robbed at gunpoint.
Yeah,
and nobody's trying to. You know, the police especially are not trying to protect them.
So what do you think would be a good idea to protect these vendors or anybody that's selling like food out there or clothing or?
You know, here's the one thing. These people that sell on the streets, they sell good food.
Yeah.
They sell natural food.
Hold up real quick. Jedi. The calls are coming in, but they're not, they're just going blocked. So like they're not actually, the numbers aren't actually showing up. And so what did you say? My bad.
Well, I mean, these people, most people don't see it for what it is. I mean, our street vendors, they sell, well, maybe not the hot dogs, maybe not the street dogs, but for the most part, the tacos, the burritos, the fruit, especially the fruit.
Yeah.
I mean, do you see any other stores out there, like brick and mortar stores that are just selling fruit?
I don't understand the whole point of robbing a vendor. Like, how much money do you think that you're actually going to get from a vendor?
I mean,
Yeah, that's I don't understand that.
And at the end of the day, if you do catch a charge of robbery or strong arm robbery or whatever, it's going to be the same charge.
Yeah, and it wasn't even worth it. It was what, a couple $100?
Yeah.
You just could buy a pair of shoes or something. You know what I mean?
I mean, I gotta assume these guys aren't crackheads, because for the most part, these people that I see robbing people, they have really nice cars. I don't know if you guys seen the clips, but a lot of these people that rob people, like in that sort of way, they got really nice cars.
Yeah.
Well, they jumping out like a Mercedes or some shit? Or?
They're jumping out of like brand new cars, like 2022, 2020,
Yeah.
brand new model cars. I'm like, the fuck? Where are they
So-
getting these cars?
How you think they got it? They out there robbing
I mean,
whatever, I guess.
they're
you
robbing
know?
it, or they're from somewhere where they have money and they're just doing it for fucking kicks.
So I think a part solution, and this is just my opinion. I think that anybody listening that's from a barrio, if you do have a vendor in your neighborhood, wherever you're at, homies, protect your gente that are out there struggling. You know,
Yeah.
these are part of our tribe, and they should be protected by us.
Yeah.
You know, or anybody. You don't have to be from a gang to protect your local vendor or whatever. If just people in the community, if you see people struggling in your community trying to make money, go out there and protect them. Ask
Definitely.
them even, hey, are you being harassed by anybody or whatever? Here's my cell phone. Here's where you could reach me.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to take forever for 911 to get there unless you're saying that they have guns and all this and that.
Yeah.
You know?
Or I have another suggestion. Maybe check out how these people are putting themselves out there to make their own business, make their own money. Why not join them? I mean, don't sell the same thing they're selling, obviously, but you know, more numbers, better chances that you're not gonna get robbed,
Right.
because you don't know who in there is, carrying something.
Or even they could establish like a little, I think they have like these little cameras that they could have with them, right? That they could put on their little cards and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
they could get a GoPro or something. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, things like that are very important to have. I mean, they really need protection. And the other problem is that, unfortunately, these cops, they don't protect them either.
Yeah, they don't.
I mean, I'm seeing a lot more videos of fucking cops harassing them also. Like, if they're not getting robbed, they're getting harassed by the cops.
Yeah.
It's some bullshit, And it sucks because, these people are actually applying for permits to legally sell on the streets.
They're trying to do it right.
They're trying to do it right, but the place that gives the permits, they're not putting them through. And none of our city council members that are Democrats that supposedly are for us,
Yeah.
none of them are pressuring these people to pass their permits.
Yeah.
Not even the fucking mayor.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, the city council, the board of supervisors, the mayors, they don't give a fuck about us.
Oh, I think they're ready to take some calls.
Yeah. We'll get it.
I don't hear anybody.
Caller, can you hear me?
Is the volume up?
Hello?
Yo.
Yeah, I can hear you. Hi, how you doing? What's your name and what city are you calling from?
I go by Sacred Heart on YouTube and Instagram.
Okay, how you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having the lines open and for providing a platform so that we can talk about our community and history and everything else that really matters.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, I felt compelled to call because you guys, you all were talking about street vendors, and I had threw a little comment in there because Marvelous, you had mentioned, you know, if you're out there in the streets and there's a vendor, you know, people should be stepping up and helping. And I have to say from personal experience, because I started selling, I'm Native American, I'm Yoemi, so I started selling Native American food here in Whittier.
Right.
And because I know a lot of people in the area and the community, you know what I mean? And I've helped out another girl start selling food actually. And there's a video up on my channel if anybody wants to check it out, where we got our nice little setup. And sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. No, go for it. My bad.
Oh. Yeah. And she actually inspired me to start selling food and to get out there. So I've been doing it. And because I have a little bit of love out in the community, you know what I mean? I feel very comfortable and confident out there. Right. But I know that there are other people that come into our area just to sell food, and they don't know anybody. And excuse me. And sometimes it could be difficult for them to feel secure.
Right.
I also feel that sometimes people they take advantage of our communities because we know that we're, for the most part, a very humble people, hardworking people. And, you know, a lot of people out here in our streets are not violent, and they're not there to cause problems. You know what I mean? They're there to provide for the community. Of course, it's a service. Of course, it's a business. But at the same time, they're not out there trying to cause problems. And it's hard to imagine that, you know, you go out there and you're just thinking about making money for your family, and you're not really even considering that somebody's going to come up and, you know, try to do that to you.
Right.
But I do feel like it is, I don't want to say that people think that we are weak, but I do think that they feel that we are docile.
Right.
That's probably true.
And a lot of I see a lot of vendors, like a good majority of them are women, you know. So
yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of men too.
Yeah, we are.
But it's like, man, you're gonna go and rob a woman. Like, how much of a man do you think you really are? Gonna go, you know, try to take advantage of a woman like that? That's not cool. And then I see a lot of vendors that do have they have their kids with them. Like, man.
Absolutely. And to be perfectly honest, a lot of us, what we do is, you know, I mean, obviously we're there to make money, but like for me and my homegirl who started up, she sells hot dogs. But like if anybody comes up and they're hungry, we feed them, you know what I mean? Whether they have money or not, because the money's going to come, we're going to sell our food, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if we see somebody who's out there, we feed them. And you know what ends up happening is like, they end up looking out for us, because you never know, even if it's just a set of eyes, you know what I mean, on us while we're out there, because we're out there late at night.
Definitely.
We're out there all day in the heat, you know what I mean? Like they're out there, you know, keeping an eye out for us too. It's a beautiful thing.
Right.
It really is a beautiful thing.
Right.
It really is.
Well, thank you for all your input. I just want to stress again, like to anybody that isn't in your community, and you do see a vendor, or you see somebody, you know, selling clothing, whatever they're selling. If you could donate maybe pepper spray to them, you could donate a GoPro to them to, you know, help them surveil their area that they're working at, help them out, you know, feel free to donate to them, you know.
Definitely.
I think that'll be a good idea
that
just to start, you know.
That would be a great idea.
But thank you so much. You want to give out your information, or like the area that you're located in, so people want to pass by and check out what you got?
Sure. Absolutely. Thank you. My YouTube channel is _Sacred Hurt.
Okay.
Not Heart Hurt.
Okay.
And also the same on Instagram.
Okay, dope. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you calling in, for real.
Definitely. Thank you.
No, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
Okay, you have a good night.
You have a good night.
See you in the chat. All right. Bye-bye.
Dang. So what do you think? You think that I mean, pepper spray, I think if you pepper spray somebody, they're not going to want to do shit.
Yeah, that's definitely get back juice.
They're going to be burning.
I think maybe they should have signs where we carry pepper spray.
Hey, that's a good
Would that be a good deterrent?
That is a good deterrent.
Yeah.
Or this or what we have surveillance, or
smile,
like
you're
some
on
shit,
camera.
you know?
You're
Oh yeah,
on
smile, you're on camera.
camera.
Yeah, and then a picture like of your face right there. Like, oh no, that ain't gonna deter nobody. All right, no, I'm just kidding. I'm messing around.
Something like that. You know, I mean, there's the thing that I love about our people is that we're creative.
Yeah,
we're always thinking outside the box. We always could come up with different ideas. I mean, we think that we're not capable of doing the same thing that these these other people that are in control of this country, we believe that we can't do what they can do, but we could actually do the same thing, but even better.
Right.
But we just have it in us to say, nah, we can't do that.
Right.
Those are for smart people.
Hey, it's ringing again, JEDI, but it's still going to like the
Tap that little banner.
The
top one.
okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you can return.
My bad.
Oh, return.
I don't know if that's the one or if it was the other one. My bad. Hey, if you're calling, please.
There you go.
Here, where's it at?
That guy.
Was that it right there? No, those are texts.
Return the calls.
It's those right there. Look at all those calls, bro.
Let me see. Tap to.
Look at again. All those calls.
Tap to return the calls.
But I shouldn't have to return it.
Oh, so we were just
Like it
returning
should
calls?
just, yeah, we're just it's going automatically to return the call.
Oh, well, yeah, pick it up.
Hello?
Hey, what's up, Marvelous?
Hey, what's up, homie? How you doing? My bad. I'm new to all this phone call shit right here on this phone. But what's going on? What's your name and where you calling from, homie?
Oh, what's up, man? It's Chicano Duke. I'm calling from North Hollywood. I just wanted to make a few suggestions for your show.
Yeah, go for it.
Well, one is that you should have different guests. Like, you got this other dude besides Norbeez. No disrespect, but I don't know his name. But
I totally
it's good
feel
that you have.
disrespected. Totally feel disrespected.
Go ahead, homie. Tell me.
Yeah, appreciate you, my boy.
Tell me.
Yeah, that you have a third wheel, I guess, but at least like different people, because that'll give us more to look forward to than just the two of you guys. And plus, the more the merrier in conversation.
Right,
so,
right.
and also, I'd like to be on your show someday. No joke. Like, I got 100,000 followers.
That's right.
And I could help promote your show. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
I appreciate
I
you,
see
bro.
Your angle. I see your angle. All right, you want to take over my spot? That's cool.
All right. Hey, but I appreciate.
No. Just
No, your spot.
More.
You take my spot. Nah, I'm just fucking with
I'll
you, bro.
just
yeah, that's gonna be me someday.
I'm just fucking with you, my
Yeah.
boy.
Hey, I appreciate that advice though, for real. These short conversations right now though, this is not how my channel is gonna be. Like I'm not into like, I mean I do want to interview people, but they're mainly gonna be like more of a like not that I'll interview other people, but I mean the first guests are gonna be like professors and stuff like that I do want to have that can talk and show you coming from their perspective or their teaching and their wherever the school or college that they're at.
Yes.
On a professional level, I guess you would say, because when I speak about things like that, people look at me like, oh, what is this fucking cholo from East LA know? He probably doesn't even know nothing, or he didn't go to college or whatever. I get judged, right? But these short conversations right now is just to bump up the hours that I need to establish my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Just getting a feel for it. It's just
I'm
brand new.
gonna the content that I am gonna drop, I'm gonna have episodes like lectures, bro, like on what I'm gonna be teaching about. So they're not gonna be no conversations or no interviews, nothing like that.
Yeah.
But I will have interviews though, and I do appreciate your advice that you do got for me, homie. I really do.
Oh, it's just a suggestion, man. Thank you for taking my call, man.
No, yeah, for sure, homie. You have a good night, homie.
I appreciate you, man.
No,
You
you
too.
don't. Stop lying.
You guys
He's
have a
lying.
good night, everybody.
All right,
Y'all have a good night.
All right,
Yeah,
homie.
man. Thanks for calling.
Damn.
I'm just saying, man, this is the third stream we've had on this channel. So
Yeah.
Everything's getting a feel. Yeah.
Let us get our what do you
Damn. These
Your
calls.
bearings, homie. You
These
gotta get
calls
your
are coming
bearings.
through. I don't want to have to call everybody back.
I don't know, man.
Hello.
Reset.
Hey, what's up, bro? You called right now?
Yeah, man. Hey, what's going on? Am I live right now?
Yeah, you're live, homie. My bad, bro. I was having complications with this app that we're on right now. But what's your name and where you calling from, homeboy?
Hey, man, I'm calling from San Jose, Northern California, man. Much shout out and much love to all Islam, man.
Thank you,
Feel me?
homie.
Right.
Appreciate you.
Hey, what's up, man? Hey, I've been keeping up with everything you do, man, for the culture and everything, bro. And I just want to keep it short because I know you're a busy person. I'm gonna let someone else shine, but I just want to let you know, man, that I'm like, I appreciate that shit, bro. You know what I mean? Just doing it for the people, bro. Giving knowledge to the people, the way they eat and all that stuff too. You know what I mean? All that healthy shit. You know, I'll be peeping game, bro. You know what I mean? I was raised right here on the east side of San Jose, bro. We got the same type of struggles too, bro. You know what I mean? I think it's just throughout all California and other cities where a lot of raza be, you know.
We're the same
But
people. homie.
but I appreciate, man. I appreciate. Hey, my bad sounds kind of weird right now, but I'm driving with my high now right now, bro. We're about to smoke a good one right now. Hey.
Hells yeah.
All right. Hey, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
bro.
you for
But
calling in too,
but
homie.
hey, it's all good, bro. I just want to send my quick blessings to you, man, and yeah, just keep educating the people, bro. You know, I don't know how I can get involved with kind of trying to help out in any kind of way that I can, you know.
Hey, once you start, homie, as much as you learn, the moment you start spreading that knowledge too, homie, you become part of the prophecy. So,
Yes.
you know, just get up whatever you know right now, homie. Educate the youngins, your family members, your little primos, your little sister, brother, even
That's
your
right.
parents, homie. Our
Yes.
parents have a hard time listening, or our elders in our family,
Yes.
because they see us as these little chavalos, you know, that used to go cause trouble, or he probably don't know anything, but. Hey, you're smarter than people might think. Like, you know,
Yes.
That's right.
Who nobody knows that they could probably learn a lot from you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. I see what you're saying, man, and damn, bro, there's a lot of shit going on with the raza right now, bro. I don't even know where to start, but by me giving a call, I hope that's the first step, and
Yes.
maybe we could continue with this conversation some other day, man. You know.
Yeah,
But
homie.
like I said, to both of you homies doing your thing, bro. Much love and respect, bro.
Hey,
You know,
gracias.
I
I
appreciate
just called hello random. I didn't think I was gonna come out live, bro. I was like, I'm gonna try, you know.
No, that's cool. Hey, thank you, homie, for
Yeah,
calling.
You
bro.
have a
You-
good
you-
session
you-
with your girl, man.
Hell
De
yeah.
nada, man. Much love to LA and the whole southern Aslan, man. You know, part of the region, bro.
Hey,
and
you-
much love to you guys, man.
Hey, you too, homie. All the
love.
homies up north, San Jose,
Definitely.
shout out.
Hell
Thank
yeah.
you, homie.
Much love to them.
Hell yeah, man. All right, brother. Take care, man.
All right,
Abrazo.
homie.
man.
All right.
You know what? You know, he brought up a good topic. If anybody that's watching this, listening to this, if you really want to help us out, the best way to help us out is to hit the like button. Share this video on your social medias. Let your peoples know that we're here to give back the roots that were taken away.
Yeah.
Right?
Somebody wants to know what's your thought on psychedelics.
Hello, caller. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
What's up? This is Joey from Santa Maria.
What's up, Joey?
805 Pool.
Hey, what's up?
That's right. 805 fool.
That's what's up.
What's up? What's up, guys? I had a question. Have you heard of diatomaceous earth food grade for a supplement?
Supplement? Well,
The pills?
Like just a powder or a supplement?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because I've heard about it from a few people and I looked it up and I haven't seen any negative, but they also use that other form for like pesticides, right? And then I did want to real quick. You were talking about the topics of like history, and then lectures and health.
Right.
Would you ever do like something for like recovery? I know you have an older homie that got sober or clean. That's one thing that our people suffer from is addiction and alcoholism, and
Right.
nobody wants to talk about it. Everyone thinks it's normal, you know,
Right.
to see your deal all fucked up,
Right.
getting DUIs.
Yeah.
It's not normal. You know what I mean?
No, it's not. That's
But
not.
yeah, so that's all I had to ask and input on.
Yeah, homie, you're right. Yeah, I do want to do it, and I forgot to mention that I did want to talk about recovery or addiction. That's one of the main topics. I haven't really emphasized that a lot. It kind of like, I went through my whole addiction thing, and it's hard, homie. Nobody understands unless you're going through it, especially when you're that involved in it. Nobody knows the process of when you start to kick or you start to like just get all that shit out of you, all the toxins coming out of you, and you can't eat, you can't sleep. It's the worst anxiety. You don't wish that on nobody. It's the ugliest feeling,
Yeah.
But I think one of
Spiritual death.
the biggest
Yeah.
things to because anybody that hasn't gone through addiction or doesn't know about it, they're not gonna understand the person where they're coming from. And I think the main thing is just you gotta love them. You have to, don't ever stop loving them, and that person, wherever they're at, they become so comfortable in the spot that they're at or where they're staying at, whether if they do have a pad or they're in their car getting high or whatever. They need to be removed from that environment, point blank, period.
Yeah, they need people.
And
They need their family.
nobody talks about this either, that one of the most hardest people to get out of addiction is the person that man, what's that word I'm looking for? The person that could keep a job.
Oh, okay.
The what's it called?
Yeah,
Oh
the
my God.
functioning.
The functioning addict. There you go.
Functioning addict.
Yeah, there you go. Those are some of the hardest ones to get out of addiction because they constantly have money to keep them continuing on their habits. You know.
Yeah.
So they're not stopping. As opposed to a person that's homeless, he has to struggle to get that money. If he's gonna rob and he's gonna get busted, then he's gonna have to go through the whole kicking process, him or her, you know. And they're surrounded by other addicts, you know. So there's always gonna be dope around. But the biggest thing I think is to remove that person from that environment, you know. It gives them a whole new outlook on life, especially if you're showing them that you really care about them. Because you could always say, "Hey, stop doing dope," and they're not gonna stop doing dope. Especially if they're that addicted to it, you know what I mean? They're not buying dope to get high no more. They're just buying dope to not get sick, you know. And people don't understand that.
Yeah.
But thank you for bringing up that.
And they don't
go for it.
They don't understand too that not only that what they look on the outside, they're dead in the inside. Their spirits on life support, and they don't know how to fix it. They just don't want to feel like shit, you know.
Exactly.
But so did you have any input on that diatomaceous earth? Food grade?
You know what, bro? I really don't. I don't recommend anything unless I really know about it or I tried it myself. So the only thing that I do recommend, somebody asked about psychedelics, or lion's mane mushrooms. I don't know.
That's good. That's good right there.
You take that?
Lion's mane. I know. I'm too poor to take that.
then how do you know it's good, Norbeez?
I've done my research. On it's lion's mane and another one that goes with reishi mushroom.
I think you're lying. But yeah, lion's mane, homie. I think that's really good. It's for your cognitive thought. You know, it helps your brain function better or having your attention span focus more. Yeah, and anything organic, homie. Like that's basically what I recommend in exercise. You know, a lot of water and fasting. Fasting is very important. If you could go without eating, a day, maybe a day, bro. If you could skip a couple of meals, that's great because they've indoctrinated the masses into eating 3 meals a day. They tell you that you're supposed to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They made that up. That's not real. We're only supposed to be eating once a day, and that's around noon or 1 o'clock. You know.
Yeah.
Food.
It's like the food group, and they taught us in school.
And the food, people don't
the
understand.
Milk and all that.
Yeah, people don't understand that the food is actually what's keeping us sick. Our intake, because the food is causing inflammation. Well, if we're sick or we have any type of thing that's wrong with our blood cell or whatever, it's gonna cause inflammation around that area. Whether you have diabetes, you have a tumor, you have the flu. That's only gonna spread, and your white blood cells are not gonna be able to attack that that germ or break it down. I was talking about it earlier with somebody where it's just like when you have boogers in your nose or whatever, your immune system is attacking that pollen. It's attacking that lint or the anything in your pad that you're breathing in, or when you go outside, all that bacteria, the mucus, your immune system is breaking it down and creating a little fucking ball around it, creating a booger, essentially, and that's the same thing that's happening inside your system, your veins, your blood, everything, your arteries. It's the same thing. They're attacking that area. So if you have a bunch of inflammation in your body from all the food content that you're eating, you're gonna have thick layers of mucus around the blood cell that's infected. So the little white blood cells aren't going to be able to break through that. It's going to take a long time. And by the time that happens, your brain is already telling your body that it's supposed to be there. And when that happens, it starts to create a thin layer of skin around that. And that thin layer of skin becomes a tumor. And that tumor ends up becoming cancerous. And that cancer is spread through the red blood cells that are taking bits and particles to various parts of your body. So the food intake, fasting, organic, GMO. When you go into a supermarket, anything that's in the middle section, almost everything in the supermarket is under a program called Agenda 21 to depopulate the masses. It's all made with rubbers, plastics, even some forms of metal. The baby food, I did a big old thing and I got my Instagram taken down for that, for talking about the Enfamil and a lot of the baby foods and all the metal and lead that's in there. I had people put their baby food in a clear baggie and run a magnet through it, and they were pulling all the metal. People are posting up videos left and right of all the metal they were pulling out. So what does that metal do? That metal, especially for babies, when they consume that, it gravitates to your frequency, your pineal gland, and it causes what people are known as ADHD, attention deficit disorder. People don't understand why there's so much metal. Another thing is when I talked about the chemtrails, bro. When they spray us with aluminum and barium and others, there's a lot of other stuff that they're spraying us with, but one of the two main components are aluminum and barium. And what that does is that it acts when we inhale that, like at night, like around right now, that's where the chemtrail has already settled down to where we're breathing it right now. We're breathing it. Once you go outside, you're breathing it. All those metals and toxins, you're breathing it in. And that form of metal acts as a conductor for the frequency that's being emitted to through the cell tower or any smart device. So yeah, just stay organic, homie. Thank you for your input though on that, homie.
All right. You guys have a good night. Hey, Norty still does some burpees. We can see him right now. Down to bust down for fucking up.
Nah, never. I'm never gonna slow down.
I just fucking around.
Yeah.
I know, man. Much love to you.
Hey, thank you for calling, homeboy. I appreciate
you guys
you, bro.
have a good night.
All right, you too, homie. Thank you.
Appreciate you, man.
Thank you, dog. All right, yeah. So have you tried psychedelics?
Yes, I have definitely tried.
I have quite a few times.
What do you think about it?
Back in my teenage years, I think they're cool for the type of people that like that stuff. For me, it kind of got too much. Like, there's a lot of your emotion goes into it, and it really gets deep into your mind. So
yeah. Oh, my bad.
You know what I'm saying?
Be in the right space.
Yeah, you got to be around the right people, right
Caller,
space.
what's your name and where you calling from?
Hello,
Close that screen.
Hello.
Fernando, man, calling from San Bernardino.
That's right. What's up, San Bernardino?
I'm from LA, though, homie. What's up, Marvin? I called up last week, man. I mean, the last podcast you had, man. But, the phone went out on us and everything.
All right. I appreciate you calling, homeboy. Did you have any thoughts on tonight's subject?
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah, man. I was just hearing you talk about, everything about, the food and everything, the chemtrails and man, I'm behind that 100%. I don't know if you ever heard of, I know you, of course, you know Dr. Fabian and everything. If you ever heard of Kevin Trudeau.
Who?
Kevin Trudeau.
Oh, yeah.
Kevin Trudeau.
Trudeau, yeah.
Yeah. You know Kevin Trudeau, he had his books, you know what I mean? What he was a consumer advocate, talked about natural cures he don't want you to know about. He went, the FDA came down and got him and everything, man. They convicted him and everything,
Right.
But, I support everything you talk about, man. Also, man, earlier they were talking about people having pepper spray, these vendors and everything,
Yeah.
I have a YouTube station, man, called Cali Comida Critics.
Okay.
I'm supporting all the local vendors, all the people, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Besides that, Cali Comida Critics, I'm on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook started at 3 months ago supporting all the local vendors. Most of those are Rasta, that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
As far as that, I've been out there advocating what I do. I have another one I'm going to launch, called Mindz.
Right.
And it touches upon everything that you advocate, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I've been hearing you for a while, man. I like to get down. I do Norbeez, I like to get down too, man. I be tripping on you guys, man, because you guys open up the eyes. You guys open up the eyes, man, for a lot of people, like a lot of Rasta too, who don't really gravitate toward other people, man. Because a lot of my mentors were, you got the brag, you heard of the brag, the apple cider vinegar.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
You got the brag company. You got them, man. Kevin Trudeau, of course, Dr. Fabi, and all them people, man. So I continue to be enlightened, man. And as far as you, Norbeez, I like you guys to get down, man. And I'm gonna continue to support you guys.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do my thing, man. I'm gonna continue to fight my battle, man. Because my battle is too, man, being aware of all that. Like you said, you talk about the infamil, how they attack our children, man. The pharmaceutical company,
yeah,
and the whole industry in the whole, all the food, man, it's meant to destroy us, man. They want to take out the gland that we have, man. Open up that third eye and to question all things.
Yeah.
But my whole thing is to question all things, question everything.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? I like to get down how you say, don't take us what we believe, but I continue to tell people, man, you got to question all things, man. You know what I mean? I listen to you. I know a lot what you talk about, man. I support you 100%, man.
Hey, thank you, homie.
And I studied it. Like I said before, like I talked to you last time, I don't remember, man. When I was busted in my prison cell, that prison cell was my classroom.
Yeah.
I didn't let my time get wasted into no bullshit, homie.
That's right.
My prison style was my classroom, and I studied, homie. And when I came out, I continued to, to fight that battle, man.
Yeah.
To enlighten everybody, you know what I mean? Our people, any people, man. Anybody who wants to challenge the status quo.
Yeah.
And manipulation going on, man.
Yeah.
I respect you guys, man. I'm gonna continue to follow you, support you, man. And as soon as I start with everything I'm doing, I mean, you gotta follow me. I'm gonna continue to advocate, man. I let people know all the time, man. Follow Marvelous, Tony A, all you guys, man, because I like you guys to get down, man.
Hey, I appreciate you, homie, for real.
Definitely.
All my love and respect to you and your family, dog.
Definitely.
Hey, look, my love and respect. I appreciate you guys, man. If you can ever check out my station, man, Cali Comida Critics, man. I mean, I'm representing all the local vendors, all the raza, doing what we got to do, man. And besides that, I transcend that, man. I transcend that and go into what you truly advocate, man. What's close to your heart.
Thank you, homie.
So,
thank you.
I'm going to continue to support you guys, man. As soon as I can, man, I want to get at you someday, man. Just, chop it up on everything you truly represent, because I'm right there with you on the forefront, man. I'm standing up against this shit, man.
That's right, homie. Hey, feel free to call me anytime, homeboy. My number's on my Instagram. Hey, hit me up anytime, homeboy.
Yeah, I messaged you on. I don't know, man. I'll message you again, man. Let you know, man. I told you I met you in Orange County at the fair when I was working over there.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right, that's right.
Yeah. I'll hit you up again. I'll hit you up again, man. Hey, much love to all you guys, man. Continue to push that, man. I'm behind it with you guys, man.
You too, homie.
Man. Thank you.
All right, you too. Thank you, man. All right, thank you, man. Hell yeah.
That's right, unity.
I was trying to find out where he is.
I was trying to find out where.
Cali Comida?
Yeah, homie.
Is it this one?
You're looking for food right now. That ain't Taco Bell, dog. Yeah, Cali Comida Critics. Yeah,
all right.
That's it.
All right, we found you, Cali Comida Critics.
Yeah, feel free. Anybody in the chat, feel free to subscribe to Homeboy right there.
Yes,
support, show love.
I mean, anybody that's supporting us, that we gotta give it back too.
Yep, always.
We gotta support.
Always.
This is a movement after all. We're trying to make something happen, something positive.
Yep. Hello.
Hello,
caller. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Oh, there's Junior from San Bernardino. How you doing, Marvelous?
What's up, Junior?
What's up, Junior?
Damn, that's crazy. I was just watching this shit. I was expecting to get put on. But I had a quick question, and it was just regarding modern day slavery, and if you could explain that, and if you felt like if it was too late for society to go against it.
Man, that is a great question. Modern day slavery is in full effect.
Oh yeah,
it's been in full effect since they first supposedly signed or giving slavery freedom at what they thought it was freedom.
Yep.
It actually wasn't. Slavery, and the best way to put it is the mindset of people.
Yeah.
Believing that money has value when it doesn't. Believing in a system that was created to destroy you or be against you. That's another thing. Anything political, it's not made for you. Not made for you or indigenous people at all. If you contain melanation, black and brown, it is not for us at all. You are guilty to a proven innocent. And most of the time, you're not able even to prove yourself innocent.
Yep.
So slavery is the minute you step into that classroom as a little child. You see everything that they're teaching you. I know we need English language to communicate, but that's not our original language.
No. And neither is Spanish.
Neither is Spanish. The English language is first and foremost spell casting. And if people would study frequency vibration or the electrical magnetic frequency that is emitted through sound, sound frequency, the impact it has on a blood cell is crazy. It's just crazy, bro. If you were to see that under a microscope, so the effects with our language, by simply telling somebody good morning, you're already cursing them for the day. People don't know that. They think they're using the word good, and good morning means something great, but it's not. Good morning is a time of despair. Morning, not that morning like it's morning or there's different. No, the frequency of that word that you're saying, it's the same thing. Morning.
So it's probably a good thing that I'm saying good morning.
Oh my god,
bro! Hey, somebody take this mic, yeah.
Somebody throw tomatoes at this guy.
Good moaning.
Yeah, he likes to moan. So,
Putting out
anyways,
those good vibes.
yeah, you know,
bro.
the slavery is real, bro, and we're in captivity right now, homie.
Yes,
we're in
sir.
captivity.
Yo.
Yes, sir.
The minute you sign that birth certificate, you're not signing to be a United States citizen,
You're a
but you're
number.
signing your baby over to the federal government. You become a number. They get paid
Yeah.
for that product. That's why they use the term labor. That's why they use the term birth. That's why they use the term doctor.
Yeah, when you die, what do they call you? A corpse, right? Because you were a corporation to them. That's what it is.
So you need to people need to wake up from they can believe all they want that they live in a free country, but we don't own any land.
Yeah,
we can never own it, right?
Yeah, we can never.
Once we stop paying the taxes on it, then they take it away.
Yeah, we don't have a king or a
Yeah.
queen. Like over there in Europe, you have a king and a queen. They could buy parcels of land, and establish that. Over here, they do not let us, and this is our land, point blank, period.
Yes, sir.
So, yeah, I think it would be great. I don't know. I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon, but not signing that birth certificate, I mean, you're not going to be able to travel. You're not going to be able to establish any form of residency. You're not going to be able to collect taxes or work for any business to make income. So, I mean, if people really want to be free, you would literally not have your baby born in a fucking hospital, signing that birth certificate that you're signing over the rights to your kid. Really, that's what you're doing. And establish your own form of life by having farmland, cattle, seed. That's real income. That's real money. That's real currency, not paper and silver, coins or none of that shit. The real value or form of income is the cattle that you got and the seed, the crop that you're able to grow on your farmland. So the props to anybody that does grow their food or vegetables or fruit or anything like that. They're taking the first steps to freedom.
Yes, I mean, I hear you could tell the difference in the taste, also, right?
Yeah.
That's it.
Hey, Mark.
That's it.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah, homie, go for it, bro.
Hey, no, that was a great ass response, and I wanted to thank you for that and taking the time out of your day to go ahead and answer my call.
Thank you, homie.
I wish for your channel to keep on flourishing, and I'm going to continue to support.
All
You
my
guys
love,
have a good night,
all
and
my
thank
respect,
you.
homie.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, so I mean, I don't know. People don't want to what you call it, bro? They don't want to take the time to grow their own food. Hi, caller. What's your name and where you calling from?
It was the homie Kike from the city of Escondido.
Kike, what's cracking, Kike?
What up?
What's up, motherfuckers? I hope you guys are having a good
Hey, wrong place.
He's talking to you, Norbeez.
Hey, I mean, if my moms are offering, I mean, who am I to say no to them?
What the hell?
What? Go ahead, man.
What's cracking, Kike? We want to hear your input, homie. What's your input on what we're talking about?
about the fucking signing over your rights pretty much by the second you're born and shit.
Yep.
Yes.
Being a number on this slave plantation we call the United States of America.
Yep.
Corp. Yes.
I mean, it's all documented, bro. It's all true. You gotta spin on the facts, man.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Hey, I just had a question, bro. When it comes to I just wanted to get your guys' thoughts on cremation and actual burial of a body once we were deceased, from both a spiritual point of view, pretty much.
Right. What do you
You know what? Me personally, I don't like cremation for the fact that me seeing how, we're of this land, we're of this dirt. I mean, we got to put ourselves back into it, and when you're burning up the body, I mean, you're not giving it back. I mean, they say that we actually poison the land if we're buried in there, but it doesn't make sense.
That does not make
That
sense.
doesn't make sense. How are you?
Yeah.
We're of this land. Like, if anything, we're giving ourselves back to it to provide either more nutrients or more matter.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That.
What do you think, Dopey?
Yeah, I kind of don't agree with the cremation. I was looking into, I don't know if you guys seen where you could plant a tree and have your body on the bottom of the tree in a sack. Yeah, I was thinking of doing that because I have kids and grandkids or whatever. So I wanted to eventually, when I do buy the house that I'm gonna eventually give to my kids, whenever I do pass away, I want them to plant me under the tree, and then my grandkids, my great grandkids, they can. That's grandpa's tree. You know what I'm saying?
So what kind of tree? What kind of tree would you want to be? Like, would you want to be a fruit tree? I know Norbeez wants to be a fruit, but would you want to be a vegetable?
That's a good question. I never really thought about which kind of tree.
I'll be an eggplant.
I wanna be some sort. I don't think those grow on trees, though. I would like to be planted on a big tree, I guess, something that grows big, so my grandkids could have like a tree house or something on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Norbeez wants to be a bonsai.
You know what? I want to be something that's gonna represent my girth. So I'm gonna go with a sequoia tree.
Oh my God! Quit it!
With a massive girthy sequoia tree.
Yeah, right. Anyways, homie, my answer. I don't believe in none of the my God, I can think the coffin. That whole coffin is out the window for me, homie. I think that we should really be buried in some kind of organic sheet wrap and placed into the ground so we could be consumed back into this earth.
I have some sort of a conspiracy with that too.
Who does, you?
Yeah.
What?
I seen it somewhere, and it kind of like been chipping at my brain for the past few years that the government, they wanted to have the bones in a casket if they needed to go back to get the DNA or something like that.
Oh, really?
Wow. Yeah, I seen that.
I seen that one.
I seen that excuse me. I seen that somewhere on the internet, just late night shit. You know what I mean?
Damn, I never even heard that.
But
one.
yeah, if they want to go back to get your DNA or something like that, or like let's say they have unsolved cases or something like that, they could go in there, chip away at your bones, get your DNA.
Wow.
Yeah, so fuck all that. I'm not with the whole casket bullshit either.
But I think at this point it doesn't really matter because everyone's doing that fucking 23 and something that DNA fucking.
That's out the window too.
That's out the window, right?
I don't recommend that shit either.
I don't recommend that either.
Yeah, they just put you on a file. That's it.
Well, I mean, they already put it out that they're actually selling your DNA information to other companies.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Like if you're doing that for free DNA check, I'm sorry, but they sold your DNA to somebody.
Yeah, there you go.
What do you think, Kike? What do you think about all that? Your opinion.
Well, are you talking about the DNA giving it away? Or
No,
talking about the burial?
I mean
man?
the burial. What do you think about that, homie?
On the burial, I mean, shit. If it was legal or even possible, man, just bury me naked, dog. You know what I mean? Let the earth consume you.
Yeah.
There's a reason why we're taught certain things. You know, like this whole fucking in our culture, we never really were into. You know, it's never taught to us that you're gonna get cremated or you're gonna keep my ashes for future generations or have a last wish and spread your ashes or whatever, you know?
Right.
It's like, it's a pretty good idea what you guys were talking about, burying your body and letting a tree use you for fuel, right?
Yeah.
It's even better when you get a tree that either flowers or gives out fruit. You know, you're able to, you know, feed in a certain way. You know, you're still feeding other people, you know?
Yes.
Whether in a physical form.
Yeah, definitely, homie.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you for calling, homie. I really appreciate that question.
Hey, thanks for taking my call, man, and much success on your fucking podcast, bro. It's good to fucking see you on air, dog.
Hey, gracias. I appreciate you,
Thank
homie.
you, Kike.
You have a good night, Kike. All right. Yeah, I think that's a good ass idea, you know, to be some kind of a
tree, plant.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just talking about that, dog. They always delete it, you know, and I always talk about this, how it's very detrimental. And you could try it, people could try it, you know, and it's gonna take some time, whatever. But if you have a plant, you plant maybe an orange tree, or you plant any type of vegetable or fruit, and it sounds nasty, but if you piss into that plant starts to form antibodies to fucking fight against whatever you're sick from.
Yeah. What?
So if you eat that fruit,
really,
it'll somewhat
I hope
try to cure yourself.
Get taken down because of that. But,
I'm gonna piss on my avocado tree.
Yeah, do it, homie. Yeah.
All right, try it. Let us know if it works.
Don't just juggle the seeds. Eat the fruit.
Hey, are we getting any callers?
All right. Hi, caller. How you doing? What's your name and where you calling from?
Hey, what's going on, bro? My name is Los. I'm up here from the Bay Area. Well,
how you doing, homie?
What's up, man?
Pretty good, bro. Pretty good, brother. Hey, yeah, I had a question, bro. I know you was talking about how with security numbers, right? And you know, there's your social security number, but and as far as like getting the kids, getting your kids shot, so what are you supposed to do if you can't even leave the hospital without giving your kids shots and without getting social security? I mean,
see, that's the thing,
you know what I'm saying? The kids can't even the kids can't even go to school without having their shot.
Yep.
So then you're gonna have to, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm just trying to say. Like, so what do you know what I mean? Like, what are people supposed to do if you can't even put your kids in school without the shot records and stuff?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So this is the
So
thing.
I'm just, you know,
No, go for it, homie.
but yeah, I was just saying. So like, you know what I mean? It's easier said than done. You know what I mean? It's easy to say, yeah, we should do this, we should do that, but like how though? I mean, it's like, you know, it's hard to raise a family by yourself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you need, you know, most of the time it's a mom and pop.
Right.
You know, working and
right.
I ain't got the time to teach kids. So I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, damn, it's just hard to.
It is hard.
Yeah.
In a perfect
What
world,
are those?
it'd be nice to do that, but.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, homie. It is. You know, a lot of people talk about doing this and doing that, or what you should do, or what you should eat, or you know how you should conduct yourself, or whatever. But it's just words. You know what I mean? Until you put those words into action. But I think the sooner we move together as a nation, as a whole people, will make more progress. Because just one person delivering your baby from home or whatever, they're gonna come and arrest you.
Yep.
If you don't get those immunization shots, they're gonna arrest you. They're gonna take your kid away. They're gonna do this. They're gonna make you sign that or you're not gonna be free to go anywhere. It's like that guy, I forgot his name. He was stuck in limbo. It was called limbo. He was stuck in limbo. He went to travel. He got stuck at some airport. And he couldn't leave that airport. I think he stayed there for how many years? You know the story?
They make a movie of that.
Yeah, they made a movie out of it.
Tom Hanks movie, right?
Yeah, he couldn't leave nowhere. He couldn't go. He had to live there.
It's because his country got in war with, I guess, the government or something, and nobody was a resident.
Yeah, but essentially what I'm trying to say is that's how it would be, bro. Like, you wouldn't be able to go nowhere. So the decisions that we make. Back in the ancient times, homie, in the tribal times, I'll just put it like that. They used to move as a nation of people. They used to make decisions as a nation. You know, whatever the high priest was saying, or the leader at the time, you know, they moved together as a people. And today, we're not, sad to say, we're not moving together as a people. We're too busy bickering and fighting with each other. Yeah. We're too busy saying that he doesn't know shit, or he's smarter than the next person, or that person's a voice and this person's not. And we're not striving for the betterment of our people. Even though we talk all this fucking mierda shit about what we want to do, we're not really doing nothing because we're not sticking together. People are smiling at other people's faces and talking cheese man behind their back. Facts, you know.
So that's real. That's real.
I think that you know, if we move together as a nation and we all, like, if anybody's pregnant or whatever, you know, and you do want to have your baby from home and you don't want to sign that birth certificate, get a group of people to back you wherever you want to travel with your baby or whatever. Let's move together. I mean, I know it's hard to say that, but I think we need to work together as a nation, bro. Like. Yeah. You know, I
agree with you on that,
those immunization shots are setting our lifespan back, definitely.
Yes.
By taking all that shit.
I remember when
go ahead.
I had my son like a few years back. I was cut you off, bro. But I had my son a few years back, and I was giving him a lot of shit. I didn't agree. I didn't want to give him the shots. And they gave me all this shit. Like, they were like, you know what I mean? I was getting all loud and starting to, you know, like, lose my temperament because I didn't want to get this shit. They were telling me, and this and that, and calling the police and all this shit. So I just like, I don't know, left it alone and shit. You know what I mean? But man, I agree with you say. It's like, as a nation, everyone does it. You know what I mean? They gotta listen. They gotta, you know what I mean? But yeah, I was just, you know what I mean? Because I went through that shit, and I didn't want to give my son all the shots and shit because I'd be feeling like, you know, autism and like other shit like that. I feel like a lot of that shit got to do with the shots and the food. Or I don't know, but I'd be questioning all that shit they be trying to make our kids do. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep.
So,
hey, I appreciate your input, homie. Man. Thank you.
Yeah. Definitely.
All right, brother. Yeah, man. I've been listening to you guys a lot, bro. I'm always fucking with people. Listen to your channel, bro, and respect, homie.
Hey, gracias. You have a good night, homie.
Have a good night.
I don't. You too.
You know, one thing I would say is like, if you want to try to change this system, also stop letting these Democrats win.
There we go.
Stop letting them win.
Oh, my bad.
Don't vote Republican either, but we need a whole other fucking party.
Yeah.
Because these two motherfuckers ain't it.
My bad if I missed your call. Go ahead and feel free to call back again. My bad. Here we go. Hi, caller. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Hello?
Hello, caller. Oh,
hello, can you hear me?
Hey, what's up?
What's up, homie?
What's up, fellas?
What's up, man?
What's going on, bro?
Go for it, bro. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Houdini from the Bay Area.
What's up, Houdini?
What up, Houdini?
A lot of Bay Area.
Yep.
Hells yeah.
I got a question. To see what your guys' beliefs were on what you guys think happens to you when you pass.
I'll let you guys go ahead and answer that first.
You want to go first?
You know what? I really don't have an answer for that. That's a very broad question. So,
well, where do you think you're gonna go when you pass away? Or what do you think? Do you think there's a heaven? Do you believe in a heaven or hell or whatever?
You know what? I like I said, I don't have an answer for that. Like I really don't know.
All right, what do you think, Norbeez?
I do believe that we all eventually end up going back to the source.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I agree with that.
Do you believe in reincarnation?
Eventually, yeah. Once you reach the source, you know what? This is my idea of life. You know, we're all little pieces of what people refer to as God, and we create memories for God. Because I gotta believe that everything we're doing here is so that somebody can have those memories, you know, to create something different. You know, we're just bits of data of information that goes back to some higher thing than we are.
Right.
And we get brought back so that we could create more.
Right.
We're constantly evolving. We're constantly changing, spiritually speaking. Right. And that's what I believe on that.
Okay. My answer is I definitely believe in reincarnation, and my answer is going to be based on biblical, scripture. It talks about reincarnation. It doesn't specifically say when we will come back within our bloodline, but the curses in Deuteronomy and blessings do refer to, if we keep the law, statutes, and commandments, that our bloodline will be protected 7 generations to come. So that's where I base my answer off. I believe that we will come back within one of those 7 generations back to our bloodline. There's people that talk about spirits like demons and shit like that. I think I brought it up on Freaky Tales about the soul trap with Tony A. The soul trap, for people that are barely studying on that stuff, we as indigenous people, we come from a certain bloodline. Okay, our bloodline is able, and this is going to go back to the flat earth, what people call a flat earth conspiracy or theory or whatever, that don't believe in, that's fine. But we're going to talk about the firmament. The firmament dome is created through or with a certain frequency, and you're able to pass through that frequency if you are, or you do have that bloodline or your frequency. It's like a key. You're able to pass it to go to one of the 13 higher realms of the heavens, right? And then you go to your judgment, where your karma is placed on your bloodline, where you come back as someone in your bloodline, right? One of your children, whatever. The people that are supposedly demonic beings or trying to possess people, those are the people that aren't from our bloodline or that cannot pass. They're considered an abomination. That's why they can't pass the firmament dome and go to the 13 higher realms. So they get caught in the soul trap, which they come down here and they try to possess other. So like those bloodlines would be part of essentially the fallen angels and the Nephilim and all them. They were considered an abomination. That's why in the book of Enoch, they were not allowed to go back to heaven or where they came from that dimension. Planets, and again, to speak on this, the planets aren't called planet. They're called planet. They're frequency dimensions and gods that they worship back then. There's 9 lower realms. There's our planet that people call Earth, a flat planet, and there's 13 higher frequency dimensions that are called the heavens. So that's my answer, bro.
All right, that's good.
So
good shit.
All right, hey, I appreciate you calling, homie. Thank you, dog.
Oh, no problem. Thank you.
All right,
you guys have a good one.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you.
I know my answers kind of sound like, when I first heard all this, I'm like, man, it sounds smoked out, dog. Like, I don't do no dope.
I wouldn't mind later on getting into the whole Nephilim stuff.
Okay,
that's always a good conversation
for sure. All right, hey, what's up, caller? What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, what's up, man? Hey, homie, they call me 4Dub, dog. I'm calling from LA.
Nice to meet you, homie.
Nice to meet you, man.
Hey, shout out to you fools, dog. You fools are speaking nothing but facts. I got nothing but love for Marvelous and shit. He always speaks facts. So
thank you, homie.
I just wanted to, set mines and shit,
Gracias, homie.
Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up, Marvelous? How you doing, dude?
I'm doing good, homie. Just chilling right here. Trying to stay fresh in this heat. It's fucking hot, huh?
Yeah.
I'm good.
Hey, tell me about it. But check it out. Yeah. It's been hot online too, though.
Yeah.
Everybody be hating for, everybody be misinterpreting like everything you're saying, dog.
Right.
Facts.
And there's a lot of division, fool, because it's natural for us to be divided and to be like, you know what, fuck that fool, fuck this fool, whatever.
Yeah.
But if motherfuckers were to really sit down, dog, and actually listen, dog, and fucking put their pride to the side, fool, and hear another motherfucker out.
Yeah.
Then we actually have some common ground,
Yeah, homie. Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
definitely.
There's a lot of stuff that people don't even know about, like on YouTube. That's like, damn, it's drama, homie. You got YouTube channels hating, like on my conversations or whatever, homie, calling up other people, telling them not to fuck with me. Like, how you gonna be a man, homie? Like, you know what I mean? How you gonna call another grown man and tell him something? You know what I mean?
Because that is not a man. That's why.
Well, yeah. That's
why.
That's
exactly, my boy. And I've been following you, dog, for a minute. You know what I mean? Like ever since you were fucking with that food local from Highland Park and shit, dog.
Yeah.
I grew up with that food, dog. Like I'm from Highland Park, dog.
Yeah, that's right.
I grew up out here, dog.
Yeah.
So that's when I found out about you, dog. When you know what I mean, you had your little issues with hood stocks or whatever. That's not my position, dog. That's not my fellow,
Right.
Like I'm not no instigator, but like ever since then, before I found out about you, dog, I was like, oh shit, who the fuck is this homie?
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? You represent yourself well, dog. You carry yourself well, homie. Like on some real shit, fool. Like on some LA shit, fool. I'm from LA, dog. So like on some real shit, fool. Like I respect your shit, dog. Like you know what I mean?
Appreciate you, homie.
So
hey, my respects go out to you.
It is what it is,
dog. Thank you. Gracias.
Hell yeah. Shout out
What's
to
up,
you,
man?
Mark.
Have a good night, bro.
Thank you, homie.
You fools too, dog. You fools have a good night, man.
All right, homie.
Good, man. Appreciate it.
That's dope.
Hell yeah. I'm loving that you're getting a lot of love from the north, from here, and who knows where else. I mean, I'm waiting on Texas, Arizona.
No, I got people. Shit, I tattoo people from all over the world, homie. Fucking Germany. I just had a gang of people been coming from the Bay Area. Hey, caller, my bad. What's your name? What's up, homie?
What's going on, big bro?
What's cracking?
What up? Yo, I'm calling from Jersey, bro.
That's what I was just gonna tell you. Dad, you're calling from Jersey.
East Coast in the house.
Jersey. Hey, how's the weather out there right now, homie?
It's hot as hell, bro.
Oh yeah.
Super hot. It's raining a little bit and shit, but it's muggy, bro.
Yeah, I heard hell's pretty hot. Yeah, that's crazy, dog. Hey, so did you have any input that you want to talk about?
Yo, you know what? I just got up. I got on my phone and I saw that you guys were on live.
Yeah.
So I haven't really been seeing what you guys were talking about because I've really just hopped on.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I was just calling, just to say what's up, to let you know I follow you and shit over here on this side.
That's right.
I've been trying to show the homies, a couple of your interviews, your podcasts, your lectures and shit.
Yeah.
Try to kick knowledge and shit, because you got a lot of knowledge and shit.
Thank you, homie. I appreciate that, bro.
Definitely.
And then I wanted to talk to you about one thing, right? I want to see what you think about it.
Uh-huh.
And especially for our community, I'm Peruvian, 100%.
Right.
Right. My parents are from Peru. I'm not Mexican or none of that.
Right.
I'm Peruvian. But, our people are so big on religion, right? Like, as far as like, you know, Christianity, Catholicism.
Right.
And, you know, I always feel like it's just holding us back so much.
Yeah.
You know, because it's just, it keeps us blind, you know, and our family, especially the older Hispanics, you know, they're so big on it.
Yeah.
That is like, you know, they can't really see past it.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So I don't think I ever really heard you talk about that kind of thing. I wanted to know what you thought about that.
Yeah, you know what, homie? Like people are asking me, well, how do you support indigenous tribes or Mexica or Maya or Inca, you know? And then you talk about Christianity. People come at me a lot, but what I like to, you know, articulate to them is the prophecy in the Bible. That's one of the biggest things that I go by, the prophecy, and then the other thing are the stories that and this ain't no disrespect to anybody that's, you know, Christian or whatever, but the stories in the Bible are really the stories of our people. Like those are our stories.
Yeah.
You know, the 40 years in the desert, the carrying the tabernacle, the Mexica did that. The story of Moses is really the story of Meshi, on our migration journey from Utah, which was previously named Jerusalem, down to, you know, Mexico City. You know, all the blessings of the land that was given to us. Like I could go on for a bunch of shit, right? A bunch of stuff that I could you know, talk to you about, but people don't understand that, you know, where scripture comes from the Torah, right? I'm gonna do a whole session on with a couple of brothers this coming week, hopefully, and it's a whole breakdown of the Bible, the correct way you're supposed to study the Bible. So people misconstrue the Bible because of the precepts that's being given to them. They're not studying it the way they're supposed to study it, looking up definitions of words that are in the Bible and really breaking it down. So they're believing in what the priests are telling them. They're believing in what the pastor's telling them. They're believing in the whole tithing thing, that you're supposed to give all your money to the church or 10% of your money, when it's not. Tithing is 10% of your spirit, and that's to be given on the daily. And the Sabbath isn't Sunday, it's Saturday. You know, a gang of stuff, you know, they keep changing and they're telling you how to believe and what to believe in and to call that's God. That's not God. A God is a man-made deity. That's not the real Most High. They're telling you incorrect names like Jesus Christ. That's not his name. Yes, it does matter what his name is. Do not take my name in vain. His name is Yahawashi. The real name of God is Yahweh. You know, these names, and this is where I go back to frequency. These names transform your blood cell. They transform water. They send frequency vibrations to plants, giving them life. And this is what people don't understand. So when I talk about the flat earth, I talk about frequency, I talk about biology. They all are literally one subject, but people aren't able to understand that. Everything is intertwined, intermingled in one thing that I'm trying to fucking articulate to people, you know. Let me give you an example, bro. Like okay, like I always talk about hold up, let me grab this real quick, bro.
That's a big ass book.
I hit that camera, right?
Yep.
Let me give you an example,
that's
right?
The Bible, bro.
Here's a King James version, right? Here's a King James version right here. You know, people don't want to see. Got a bunch of stuff in it, whatever. People want to talk about the flat earth. Let's give a little breakdown, right? Genesis 1, right? And the same too. I'm not preaching to nobody. I'm just reading to you. Chapter 1. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep, meaning that there was just a vast ocean right here, right? And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. People will just keep reading, and they won't understand that it says waters. What does that mean? It's plural, meaning more waters. Lakes, rivers, streams, you know, any kind of water you could think of, waters in a plural sense, not one, right? And God said, let there be light, and there was light. And God saw the light and saw that it was good. And God divided the light from the darkness. And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And in the evening, the morning, and the evening and the morning were the first day. And God said, let there be a firmament. It says it right there, a firmament. But once again, people will go and they'll keep reading, and they won't look up that word in Aramaic or Hebrew to understand what King James and the 80 scholars were breaking down or trying to translate into Latin, Greek, you know, whatever other language they translated it to, right? So it says firmament. What does firmament mean? You guys look it up. It'll say volt. It's like a form of a bolt that cannot be penetrated, no matter what, because it was created by the Most High, right? So let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters being plural again. So now we know that there's some barrier somewhere that's dividing waters, right? And let it divide the waters from the waters. And God made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the symbolisms that they like to use when they do that symbol. And people think that it's the sign of the devil and all this and that. As above, so below. Water.
Yeah.
Water. Okay, people don't know that.
So you
go for it.
You definitely think that us, right, as Hispanics, Latinos, brown people, whatever, that we should find a way to just interpret the Bible in its right way and follow that.
If you do,
that's for us, it's ours to follow and to understand.
Yeah, because basically the prophecy, a lot of the prophecies align with our prophecy. You know, the reading of the stars, but through the cenotes, or the lakes that we used to use the sacred geometry to read our stars. Everything is written in here, bro. Like, you know, it is. But it's been manipulated. That's what it was manipulated. When King Nebuchadnezzar sent a Roman army to sack Jerusalem and raid the Holy Temple, you know, they got the scriptures, you know, but they put their own precept on it. To give you an example, another one.
I always wonder what it really said, you know, because the Rome and so many other, you know, empires got their hands on it and that's completely changed it.
Well, we'll take the birth of the Messiah, right? The birth of the Messiah, bro. That's really the story, or the miraculous conception is really the story of a woman named Semiramis. Semiramis had a baby. That baby's name was Nimrod. Nimrod built the Tower of Babel, or Baal, Babylon. It's the obelisk that you see in every city park, every like city hall. They have an obelisk. They even have it on some of the buildings. If you go to Hollywood Boulevard, you'll see obelisks. They're everywhere. Babylon, if you look up that word, it means confusion. These people, once they join Masonry, the ones that are the higher on the hierarchy of that, you know, occult, they have to manipulate the masses to have a form of enlightenment. They could come against me and try to say, oh no, he's not telling the truth. No, I'm telling the truth. That's not, they think that they're in the enlightened ones because they're worshiping Polarius, who's also known as Lucifer, who they call the morning star, who exalts himself in the middle of all the stars that surround him. That's not true. That's Yahushua, who said, I will go to prepare a place for you, for your coming when you pass away to come to your judgment, or inherit this kingdom on the second coming when the earth is destroyed again. That's what that's about. So the story, getting back to Semiramis, she married her son named Nimrod, right? Nimrod was her son, but she wanted to stay in power over the kingdom. She then, after he died in battle, she went and had an adulterous affair. And so she wouldn't get stoned to death, because that's how they would kill the women and men. They would stone you to death for adultery or anything, a blasphemous thing against the gods, anything, they would stone you, bro. So what she did is she got pregnant, and she went and told the people that Nimrod's spirit went and became the sun, the solstice. So they went and started doing sun worship. And she said that his miraculous rays got her, inseminated her, and got her pregnant, when that wasn't true. So when she had that baby, December 24th, not Jesus, he wasn't born on that day, or that's not even his name. I mean, she had a son named Tammuz. Tammuz became another king. When he died, they went and made up a story that his spirit went into the trees. So people started cutting palm trees down, putting them in or around their house, and offering sacrifices to this tree, which was a blood and meat offering, which today is the cookies and milk. The original offering is a form of a goat, a young baby, even. Whatever the more you were willing to give up and sacrifice for the king or the queen or their god, that was considered the bigger blessing that you were going to get in the morning or within that week. So people gave them milk and cookies, and in the morning they bow down under that tree waiting for their blessing. Okay, if you go to Jeremiah, let's go to Jeremiah. Let me show you this. And I don't mean to give you a whole breakdown, my bad, because this is meant to be a whole lecture or a thing on my channel, right? So I'm just doing it real quick. So forgive me, homie. You go to Jeremiah. You go on your own Bible, homie. Jeremiah 10. Let's go. Jeremiah 10. No, Jeremiah 10. Where's it at? Hold up. Jeremiah 10. Where's it at? Oh, where am I? Oh, my bad. I'm in Samuel. Where is it at? Here it is, right here. My bad. So Jeremiah 10, it talks to you about that worship to that God. To not worship that God. Don't do that. Jeremiah 10, 1-5. Hear ye the word which I speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Not the whole world, but the Israelites, the Hebrews. Which I share people and show them how that's us, our people. We are the real Israelites. We are the real Hebrews, the indigenous, the chosen people. We are. Thus said the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of the heavens. For the heathen are dismayed of them. They're in awe. Capricorn, what sign are you? Oh, look at that comment. Oh, look at the planets. They're talking about Saturn. They're talking about land. Don't be dismayed. Don't be a pendejo. That's what the scripture is saying. But people misconstrue what it's talking about. I bet you people don't even know about this right here, that it talks about not to celebrate Christmas, paganism, right? For the customs of the people are vain. They're vain. We're quickly manipulated and deceived by the liar. The liar that's telling you what you're supposed to do, telling you the nation that you are, telling you to go do a blood test. Oh, I'm 10% this, 5% that, fucking 20% this. Do a blood test the next month and see how many percentages you are of another nation. It's not even going to be the same.
That's a good idea.
That's straight. That's you're making an idiot of yourself, and they're mocking you. They're laughing at you because they know the nation that you are. That's why they put poison in your food. That's why you're subject to arrest, search, and seizure. That's why your kids are taken away from you. That's why they tell you to put this poison into your arm. Because they know who you are. Yeah. They know you live longer. They know your organs are stronger. They know you have got more gamma in your blood that creates more frequency vibration. They know that you're a compassionate person. They know that you're a prideful person. They know what you're capable of if you prepare yourself for battle. They know how strong we really are if we stand together as a fucking nation. Serio. They do. Max. For the custom of the people are vain. For one cutteth a tree out of the forest. What do we do on Christmas? The hands of the workmen with an axe. We cut it. They deck it with silver and gold. What do? What's that song? Oh. Deck the halls with fucking all this bullshit? Yep. Charlie. Jeez. They fasten it with nails and with hammers that it move not. They are upright as a palm tree, but speaketh not. They must need be born, because they cannot go, but be not afraid of them. For they cannot do evil, neither also it is them to do good. There's a protection on your bloodline. And the only way for them to break that fucking code is for them to have you manifest their reality by singing their music, by worshiping their gods, by celebrating their paganism. They know that. So once you do that, you're spell casting yourself. You're cursing yourself, and you fall in line with the rest of the fucking sheep that are going to the slaughterhouse.
Yeah, we're fucking up our whole aura and shit. Yep. We're not even in our regular fucking natural state.
Exactly,
at
homie.
This point.
Hey, but respectfully, dog, I spent a lot of time. Gracias for calling. My love and respect, homeboy.
Thank you.
Yo, hell yeah, bro. Yo, we listen to you, bro. Heavy over here. Everything you talk and you say, we take it. We try to get the knowledge, bro. Spread it around and shit. And hell yeah, bro. Just be safe and shit, you know?
Gracias.
Be careful, bro. Because when you try to spit that knowledge, you know, you gotta be careful, bro. Stay safe.
Thank you, homie. Appreciate you, dog. Have a good night.
I just want to put it out there. I'm an Aquarius.
You're going to be out the door. That's a sign that you're gonna be gang sign. Hey, caller, what's your name and where you calling from?
Where did that come from, bro?
Jay, South Texas.
Hey, what's up, Jay, South Texas?
What's up, Jay?
How are you doing?
Hey, Jay, our bad on last time. I know you called and and that shit just got dropped.
This guy's fault right here.
My apologies to you, Jay.
Yeah, Yeah, man. You've been fucking up lately, Norbeez.
Why you gotta say it like that, though, Jay? You gotta be a little softer on that one.
It's all good though. It's all good. I got in today.
All right.
All right, what's going on though, James?
Y'all ready?
Yeah, hit it.
Y'all ready or what?
Go for it, dog.
Y'all ready?
Been ready.
All right.
Norbeez got his
first of all,
behind.
hey, Marvelous.
Let me hang up.
No. Hey, let me do this shit the right way. First of all, Marvelous, Norbeez, the other gentleman there. What's his name? I don't want to be disrespectful.
What do you want to call it? Big Sick Nasty.
Just call me Sick, bro.
He's sick.
Sick.
All right. Sick. Buenas noches to all of you guys, man.
Yeah.
And okay, so Marvelous. Let me ask you, bro. So, are you okay? So, with everything that you just said to the last caller, so are you trying to prove the Bible to be true, or are you trying to disprove the Bible?
I'm trying to prove the prophecy in the Bible, and some of the stories being said are actually our story.
Okay, so then you're using the Bible to prove the Bible, right?
Yeah, correct.
Okay, so then you also agree that slavery is the right thing to do, right?
Well, that's a conversation in itself. You know, people talk about how the people in the Bible, how could God love or do this when He destroyed people or had people getting taken into captivity? But that's part of the curse on the bloodline, right? If we went into captivity as a whole nation, that's what Scripture says. By following into paganism and doing all the stuff that we weren't supposed to do, because Scripture says that our God is a jealous God, right? We're not supposed to worship any other or self-worship other than Him. And that's what we do. We celebrate our birthdays. We do a bunch of blasphemous stuff that we're not supposed to be doing, you know? It's called the Mosaic Covenant. If anybody wants to look up that, it's Mosaic law. There's 5 main laws on dietary law, laws of how to pray, a bunch of stuff. Marriage is sex, not the rings on your finger. That's Saturn worship. Those rings represent the rings of Saturn and Saturn worship, actually. Saturnalius, if anybody wants to look that up. That's something that we shouldn't indulge in. Go for it, bro. My bad.
Yeah, because in the Bible, in the Old Testament,
correct,
there's actual instructions.
Correct.
There's actual instructions on how you're supposed to treat a servant.
Correct.
And it says that you can beat your servant, and if he doesn't die within the 3rd day, then you can set him free, and you'll be okay.
Right.
But if he dies, then you won't be okay. So it's given, and I'm putting it loosely, obviously, but you're more studied in it than I am, so you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So God is giving the okay to have a slave and to beat him as long as he doesn't die within the 3rd day.
So go for it.
So
bro.
then, so then, if you're gonna take one thing out of in the Bible to be true, you have to take it all. You can't pick and choose.
Yeah, you exactly. You have to pick and choose, and I only say that because they've manipulated the precepts. They've manipulated the Scripture into people believing that it's something else when it's not. You know, like a big point for Christians that are out there, you know, and they like to battle me on this one, is the whole John 3:16 thing, where it says in John 3:16, for God so He gave His only begotten Son, that whoever shall believe in Him shall have everlasting life. People take that as the whole world, but it's not. The word world in the Bible, and this is where I tell people to look at the words that are in the Bible and look at the definition of that word. For God so loved the world. What world? It's the world. What we're taught in school when we go into kindergarten or preschool, they show you the world and they show you a globe, and so people think it's everybody when it's not. The word world in Aramaic meant a specific nation of people. So in the Bible, when people are reading the Bible, they'll see the word world, that's singular. They'll see the word worlds with an S, for that is plural, more than one. And they'll see the word earth, and they'll ask, well, why does it have this twice? And why does it say earth right here or world and it says worlds right here? They don't know. They don't know the difference between them because they don't speak Aramaic or Hebrew. And they're not looking at the definitions. They're just believing whatever their pastor is telling them, you know? So that's one of the breakdowns, right? One of the other breakdowns in Scripture, and I wanted to save it for the whole class that I'm gonna have with the brothers. The nation of people that God told to destroy, and kill every man, woman, and child weren't of our people. They weren't just regular nations of people or worlds. Those were the part of the seed of the fallen angels that were an abomination. He said to kill them. And that's what we were doing. One of the last battles that was had was at Lovelock Cave in Nevada. That was where they killed the whole tribe of Nephilim. And the stupid Smithsonian went and raided the little museum that they had right there. And they took all the artifacts, all the big shit that they had, the big swords that they took from them, the weapons, all that stuff, the big beds that they had. They had beds. These people were 15 feet tall, 13 feet tall, 9 feet tall, over 9 feet. That's big, right? But our people, indigenous tribes, killed them. That's a true story. And that story's in the Bible. Like, so should we not believe in the Bible because the people believe it's a fairy tale and they want to see God firsthand when miracles are being done every day and the facts are here in the stories of battles that occurred? You got to find the facts in everything that you're reading, and just look up the facts. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I would think that you just read the Bible as it's written, as far as the firmament, right? So you're using the Bible to prove your firmament theory, correct?
Well, it's not a theory. So what is a theory is the globe. That's actually it's fact, bro. Like gravity. Gravity is a theory.
Okay, so let's say that. Okay, so I realize that. Okay, so let's say that. Let's say you're using the Bible to prove the fact that there's a firmament, right? You're using the Bible for that.
No, but I don't even have to use the Bible.
I mean, that's what you pulled out, though.
No, well, because we're talking about biblical stuff. But I don't even have to talk. That was just one of the stories. I'm not using I don't need the Bible to prove that the earth is flat or prove that there's a firmament. I could do that by myself right here. If you came over here and I showed you certain things and experiments, like literally, bro, I'm like a fucking cholo nerd. Like I could literally break down everything to you. And then you go ahead and you could go live on air and tear me apart, homie, if I'm wrong. But I guarantee you, everybody go for it, bro. My bad. I don't mean to cut you off, homie.
No, you're good. You know this is how we conversate.
Yeah.
And so I would say, you know what I mean, based on the flat Earth and all of that, I would say maybe not use the Bible.
Okay.
Because like I said, by you using the Bible to back up that whole topic.
Okay.
Then that means that you align with the Bible word for word with everything. Am I wrong?
I don't know what everything entails, bro. What you're saying.
Like
wait, hold up, real quick, bro. You're making a statement. You're making the statement that I need the Bible to prove that to be fact, and I'm telling you.
I'm asking.
Okay, well, here's my answer. I don't need the Bible to show you that the earth is flat or that talk about the firmament. I could literally show you that it's water up there. I could show you. I could prove my point factually without the Bible.
Okay, because that's the first thing you pulled out. So that's why I'm like, okay, well, I mean, if you're pulling that out, then you also believe and you align with the whole idea that owning slaves is okay.
Okay, do you
it says in the Bible.
A question for you, homie. Do you believe in unicorns?
Go for it.
Oh.
No, fuck no. I've never seen one. No.
What? You never seen a unicorn before?
Nope.
I could bet you $100 right now on this online right now, bro.
I've seen unicorns.
That you've seen a unicorn before.
I definitely seen one. A few of them actually.
A factual unicorn, homie.
I mean, okay, how? So tell me.
Have you seen a rhinoceros?
Bing, 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 bing.
Right.
The one-horned rhinoceros is actually the true definition of what a unicorn is.
Yes, it is.
A unicorn.
That's
one horn. You look it up. You're laughing right now. Look it up.
I think they're playing with words, though.
No, I'm not playing with words. I'm not playing with words.
Nope.
This isn't in books since before the 15th century, 14th century, homie. Look it up.
Google it.
Look it up, homie.
Okay. Well, what does that got to do with what we're talking about?
Because we're talking about fiction and fantasy. We're talking about you're trying to tear down my belief system on if it's from the Bible or not.
No, I'm not trying to tear it down. No, I'm not trying to tear it down.
Or you're telling me that I need the Bible to prove my point, and I'm telling you that I don't. I don't need it.
Okay.
I could show you.
Okay,
I could show you about the first conversation about vibration, frequency, right? Our voice, our words manifest change. They really manifest change. I could prove that to you.
Yep.
I could prick your arm and take 2 drops of blood, and I could show you the difference in each little cell that you got, and I can manipulate one of those cells.
Hey, Marvin.
Yeah.
Okay, let's start. Let's go all the way back. So, where did you first come up with this? Right, because when we go to school, we're all taught that the Earth is round, right?
Yeah. Correct.
When we go to school, when kids go to school, that's what we're taught, right?
Correct.
Okay. So where did you come up with this idea that the Earth is not round, that it's flat? Where did you first? I'm curious. I'm asking you a real question. I'm not it's not a beta question or nothing. I'm just trying to.
From every single map that is prior 19th century, it's a circle map. The NASA still has it. The Pentagon still has it. It's a flat Earth map on the floor when you enter that building. They still have it. I'm not going back to anything. You're believing in the indoctrinational system after the 1940s that was set of the whole moon landing and the ball Earth. They needed to show you a ball. They needed to show you that. That's why I gave the whole breakdown, like on the moon the other day. I gave a whole breakdown on that. Who took that picture of them landing on the moon?
Yeah.
If that was the first man on the moon.
Yeah.
Who took that video of them?
Every one of those pictures says CGI on the corner.
Who took that video of them leaving the moon? When they were leaving, they left the one guy there with the camera. He's probably still there. Should we go get him? I mean, how did they make that phone call to Washington, D.C. to talk to the president on a landline?
Yeah.
I mean, did they run a cable all the way down from the moon down to,
Yeah, no.
Yeah, because there was no cell phones back then.
And when you talk to me, like I'm not one that believes just for the sole purpose of just believing.
Right.
Like just because you're telling me I don't believe it, and just because it's in school books I don't believe it.
I'm
you know what I mean?
I'm gonna ask you.
I'm gonna
ask you a question.
I definitely am on the quest. I definitely am on the quest to find out for myself.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Let me
not off the internet.
I'm gonna ask you a question, right? I'm gonna ask you a question, homie. With all respect, dog.
Go for it, yeah.
Do you
Go for it.
factually know that the Earth is round, a ball?
No, I don't.
Okay, thank you. Can you prove that it's a ball? Can you prove that it's a ball?
Can I?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, I could prove that it's flat.
I've seen him do this. Is that the thing you're talking about with the water and the pencil and all that?
Everything.
Yeah.
I could talk about refraction. I could go from the mathematical point of view on the slope of the curvature.
I've seen him do
this. I could go any way which way you want to do.
Well, the next thing, and that's badass, bro. But the next thing you should do is maybe you should start working on a peer-reviewed paper, so that you can really convince the people that need to.
I'm already doing that, bro. I'm already doing that, bro. Like these conversations that we're having right now, this is only to boost the hours that is needed for YouTube. That's why I'm having these conversations right now to get monetized and all that, whatever. Yeah, but my content that I'm gonna be,
bro, I don't give a damn one way or the other. See, I'm of the belief that you can believe and you can teach your kids, not you, but anybody, right? They can teach your kids that, hey, Christmas is bad. Don't do this. Don't celebrate holidays. Don't go watch scary movies. Meanwhile, I'm doing all of that with my family. I make sure that my kids do have the best Christmas because I didn't as a kid.
Okay.
I make sure that when a scary movie comes out, that I do go watch it with my family as a family and spend quality time with my family.
Right.
And I'm of the belief that neither you or I are better than the other.
Okay.
I honestly think that it doesn't really fucking matter.
And therefore, that curse will remain on your bloodline forever and a day.
That you can go through life believing what you believe, and I can go through life believing what I believe. As long as right, my morals remain intact, and I don't sway from my morals.
Right.
And I believe that I'll be all right, and you'll be all right.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool.
Jay, I'm just glad you didn't include me in that.
Hey, thank you, Jay, for calling, homie. I spent a big, long amount of time with you, dog. I always appreciate your call, though. Gracias,
Jay.
Gracias, Jay. You have a good night,
Yes,
homie.
sir. Hey, yeah, have a good night, bro.
All right, homie.
Shout out Texas.
Hey, so if I tell my future wife I can't get you a ring because of sin, I'm in the right?
You are in the right.
Yeah, fuck
I'm in the
yeah.
right. There you go, fellas.
Yeah, she's gonna make you get a tattoo of her name, though.
Yeah.
Okay. For real, homie.
I gotta figure that out.
Hi, caller. What's your name and where you calling from, homie? Or my bad, I don't even know if it's a girl.
Oh, me.
It is a girl. My bad. My apologies. My apologies.
It should be all right.
It'll be.
Go for it.
I'm from Phoenix, Arizona. But yeah, so I just had like an input, like I have no idea. So like me and my dad, we were going forth, and I'm like, the Earth is flat, and he's it's round, and then I'm like, okay, this penny's round, but like can't two things be true at one time? Like when you because a penny's round, right? So like when you flick that penny, it's spinning, and then like it's flat and it's round. You know what I mean?
Well, when like going back to scripture, when he talks about the circle of earth, it's literally the circle of earth. It's not the ball of earth. It's
or sphere.
Circle. Yeah. It's sphere, right?
Like
it's sphere.
In a two be flat, right?
Yeah. They tell us that we're spinning so many miles an hour, right? With the water, gravity's holding the water. They say that we're following the sun, which is a ball of fire. Fire to sustain itself, it needs oxygen, right? But there's no oxygen in space, so how is that a big ball of fire?
Make any sense.
When we know for a fact it's a ball of carbon that feeds us energy through photosynthesis, like the plant.
Yeah.
You know, because we contain melanin as indigenous people. The people that don't benefit from that are the people that lack melanin. You know, they get skin cancer, boils, all kinds of stuff.
Would you say they're the descendants of Nephilims or angels?
There's a majority of them that will be a descendant of that, or the descendant of. Oh, go ahead. What are you saying?
I'm just kidding. But like my comment is like, can't two things be true at the same time? Like,
can two things be true?
Like,
she's saying her dad believes in the round earth. She believes in the flat earth, and she's saying, can't they both be right?
But how would that be right? You know,
yeah.
Like how
okay, so like
2 + 2 doesn't equal two different equations.
Go ahead.
Like, so you know how you have a coin. Let's say you have a quarter, right, and you lay it flat.
Right.
It's flat, right? Let's say like, and you flick it, it's round. You feel me?
That
She's
doesn't.
saying if you spin the
I
coin.
understand that.
Yeah.
It looks like it's round to you, but is that quarter round?
Maybe we're using the wrong words, but you know what I'm saying, though.
Okay, if you have but listen. No disrespect at all. You have a flat quarter. You spin that quarter. You flip that quarter. How does that flat quarter become round all of a sudden? A ball. It doesn't expand.
Well, it's round.
It doesn't expand. No, it doesn't become round. It's still flat.
Getting this confused. I'm not saying like it turns into a ball. I'm saying like it in a 3-dimension it becomes round. Not a ball where mass, but like a ball. Like,
okay, I guess I misunderstood it. My bad. But
right. Yeah. I'm not saying like it gains mass and like it expands, But so I thought that was pretty interesting. Like me and my dad, we were going back and forth, like I said, and he told me flick the coin, and it was flat. Yes, when I didn't flick it, when I flicked it, it was round. So it was round and flat at the same time.
Okay.
And another thing is like, does that make sense though? Make you think about that one. Another thing is like, another thing. Sorry, here. But another thing. Like, how could like dinosaurs sound like a blonde? Like, how could like dinosaurs and like giants all say? I'm just kidding. But no, seriously. Like, so like there's like these big old dinosaurs, right? And then there's like these big old giants. Like, how the hell did they fit on this earth like together at the same time?
Yeah, don't believe all that either. The year was like 25 million years old. They want to tell you, or they want to carbon date something like That's not real either.
Well, let me ask you, Marvelous. What if they're actually the bones of giants?
What if they're the bones of your fucking knee bone?
My bone? What do you think?
You look like a big bone short
What
dude.
would you say? Would that be a possibility? They're actually bones of giants, but they just shaped them to look like big dinosaurs?
Yeah.
I mean, a femur
Alex,
bone from a human, like, you know, I think it's still. I don't think it would be shaped like a fucking Tyrannosaurus Rex or whatever they want to call it, a Stegosaurus or a fucking a Norbosaurus.
Hey.
You know what I mean? Nah, I mean.
Hey,
but caller, thank you for calling. I appreciate that.
I appreciate you.
Okay, I'm not done yet. No, I'm just kidding. No, but did you know, like, back then, if they were having, like, this transitioning thing, too, where, like, the priests were turned into women and shit like that? You gotta look that up. But,
Oh, okay. Thank you though. Thank you for your input. I appreciate you.
Definitely.
Tell your dad that it's
right.
flat.
Let him know. Let him know.
All right. Thank you. Yeah, I didn't understand like
that's
most of it.
2 more calls.
Yeah, we're gonna do 2 more calls. 2 more calls. This is the second to the last. Hi, how you doing? What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hello?
Yo.
Hey,
your monitor's loud, bro.
Oh, my fault. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. Hey, does Norbeez want Taco Bell?
I mean, I do.
He wants a Nor burrito.
I do go to Taco Bell. I love it. Shout out Taco Bell. Hopefully one day you'll sponsor me and you'll see me in a commercial selling you Taco Bell.
Yeah, he's always ordering the burrito with veins and a side order of hair.
I don't even know how you can come up with that.
How do you feel about this interview stuff?
Yeah. Who, me?
How do you feel about Swifty being the face of SoCal music?
Por favor.
That was funny.
That's a good one.
There's a SoCal music?
I didn't even know that.
I didn't know that either.
I don't know. I think.
Have you checked in with Swifty?
Never.
Ain't no checking in on this
checked in with me?
Boom.
But yeah, I don't feed into all that little shit. You know, there's some individuals out there that just have a lot of growing to do. You know, and I mean they'll grow eventually. I was ignorant when I was young too. You know, acting stupid, a fool, disrespecting people.
Yeah.
And I grew out of that. You know, but it takes time. You know, patience.
Yeah, that's how music industry stuff, anyways, right? I mean, it doesn't pertain to real life.
Well, Dopey knows about the industry, how corrupt it is. You know.
Yeah, pretty much. It's a what do you call it? It's a it's a little political favoritism game.
Yeah.
It's the more people you kiss ass, the more you stay around.
Norbeez has a boner.
Hey, caller. Hey, I appreciate you calling. Thank you for calling, homie. I appreciate that, bro.
I don't know how you could tell from there, but I mean, they do call me Jason Love's clone.
What?
What
Jason loves cone.
Clone. The clone is very big right now.
Yeah,
Apparently
right.
everybody's getting cloned.
Yeah.
Shout out Jamie Foxx.
Last caller. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hey, how you doing, Marvelous? This is Luis from North Bay.
What's up, Luis? How's it going, man?
Another Bay Area.
Yeah.
Much love to the Bay.
Yeah, shout out to Bay.
Go for it.
What's up, man?
Much respect. Hey, have you ever heard of the Sean Ryan show? He's another YouTuber.
Son Ryan?
Sean Ryan.
Sean Ryan. I'm horrible with names.
Is that the dude that does the Whistleblowers?
Yeah, ándale.
Yeah, I seen that dude. I seen a couple of his interviews.
What do you think about that?
Very interesting. It's really it's a good watch for people that are interested in that type of stuff because I've seen a couple clips here and there on Instagram. Have you seen them, Mark? Nah. I've seen a couple clips on Instagram here and there, and they got some dude. He worked in Antarctica or something like that.
Oh, so it's like Joe Rogan kind of.
Something like that, but he specifically talks to whistleblowers. So this dude's talking about like different shit he would find in Antarctica because he had the key to every little door in there.
I've seen that one.
You see that one? His show? That's his show. That's
like
the dude he's talking about.
Military guy?
I don't know if the host is, but he interviews like ex-military that are
there was one
whistleblowers.
vato they brought on there. Was it him? And he's sitting like in a fucking little like a room.
And he has
shit.
that blue coat on.
Hey, but he used to be a fucking transgender vato.
Jeez.
No way.
Yeah, that vato had like chichis and
No
everything.
way.
And he goes, yeah, I came back to.
Are you being funny? Are you
no,
fucking with
for
me
real?
right
No,
now?
no lie. I'm gonna show you.
Yeah,
I'm gonna show you
no,
that video.
I don't think I seen that one. And then there was another one too. I seen he was a ex-military guy, and his father worked for some government. I don't know, some government situation, and he would take his son, which was the whistleblower. He would take his son to go into like some little building or whatever, and they had this big like what do you call that? It's like a rock tablet with stuff on it, like a you know what I'm talking about? Like old.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Okay, well, one of those things, and he said that he was tripping out on it, so he kind of wanted to get a closer look. So he went and acted like he was gonna tie his boot, and he looked over at the rock, and it was floating off the air by itself.
Oh shit!
Yeah, that show is actually pretty cool.
It looks like he has a lot of white people on there, right?
Yeah.
I don't really see any black people in the raza. It's a lot of white people on this thing.
Yeah, I mean, there's
you want me to guess I'm there?
This fool, dog.
I was just looking at his channel. I just noticed that there's just a lot of white people on there.
Go for it, bro. What were you gonna say right now, homie?
Yeah, I mean, they're talking about their experiences, what they've seen out there, like in the military, like underground stuff that not everybody gets to see. And I just find it interesting because they were out and, you know, they had a meeting with Congress and all that stuff.
Okay.
And these guys passed a law saying that it's okay to, you know, talk about this stuff and they won't be persecuted. But at the same time, it's kind of dangerous just to be talking about all this stuff.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, I was gonna tell you too, because you were talking about the intake of metals and stuff.
Yeah.
One of the guys on that show, he was saying that he wasn't specifically saying like verbatim word for word, but he was saying something to the effect of the government or there's some sort of plan where they're trying to get us to have all the metals in our body
so when
because they're
release
gonna
the EMP, right?
Yeah, that's gonna fry us like a microwave.
Exactly.
Yeah. So if you guys ever put a piece of foil in the microwave and turned it on, they're saying that's what's gonna happen to us if we continue to intake the metals.
Right. That's why I eat Taco Bell.
You're eating the most metal. What are you talking about?
I mean, no metal.
That's what I'm saying.
All organic, fresh.
Organic.
Need to
You
stop
can't even
polishing
spell
them
organic.
Shout out Taco Bell. Sponsor me already.
Yeah, right. Hey, homie, thank you for calling, bro. I appreciate that, though. Love.
Appreciate you, man.
Hey, Norbeez over there looking all crudo. Last night he had a bunch of things to say.
You're right. I was. Yeah, I did. I kind of ranted at the end. Thank you for noticing.
All I ever hear him say is, hey. All right, homie. Hey, you have a good night, dog. We send our respects. Thank you.
I appreciate you, man. Thanks for following us. I appreciate that a lot.
All right. Yeah, I had one.
We're taking one more.
Is that him? Yeah. The homie was trying to call real quick. Let me see if he answers.
Oh, he clicked on you.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he
Oh,
clicked on
okay.
you. Nah,
Well, I tried.
He tried. Good.
Oh, is that him? Let me see. I think that's him.
And that's that.
Oh, no. Hello? Oh, never mind. Hello? Caller.
Yo, what's up? This is Francisco from Sacramento.
What's up, Francisco? How you doing? Hey.
What's up?
Hey, not bad, bro. Hey, much respect, bro. I love your podcast. Keep up the hard work, bro.
Thank you, homie. I appreciate that, bro.
Yeah. Hey, with all due respect, bro.
Yeah.
You know, growing up here in the north, you know, I tried the Christianity thing.
Right.
You know, a lot of the older homies with that route, but you know, something inside me said, you know, we need to get in touch with our Aztec way, not
That's
this,
right. Yeah.
you know, European, Middle Eastern religion. What do you think about that?
I believe in the same thing, bro. Like I say, I go based off prophecy. You know, I believe in the everything we used to do as a people. You know, I'm just trying to articulate to the people that some of these stories that are biblically inspired are our stories of the Mexica, Maya, and Inca.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel that. My grandmother and a lot of the OGs, we all went to church, but
right.
And at the same time, they taught us, the program we were supposed to learn the Aztec language, right? But at the same time, while we're in church, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking about the history, like, all right, for thousands of years, the Aztecs and, our people, we had, we worshiped nature,
right?
And we stargazed, right? And then like 1500, 1600, you had the Spanish come over here and they kind of forced us at gunpoint to convert.
Facts.
And, so I'm thinking like, how do we get back to our roots as a people? Do we need to start a new church?
Yes.
I mean, obviously we can't sacrifice people like our ancestors did.
Well,
but
the whole definition of church is the people. So the temple, people associate the church with being the temple, and it's not. So say, for instance, us right here on this panel, including the homie JEDI, we would be actually a church right here.
Yes,
we're having church. Whenever like you get biker clubs, they have that whole thing where we're gonna have church, a meeting.
It's a congregation
of people.
Yes,
that's
sir.
really church, and that's where things manifest even greater into reality. Especially like if you get together as people and you pray for somebody, you're holding counsel, you're having church, and you're sending that frequency vibration towards that, or directing it towards that person or whatever you're trying to manifest, bro.
Yep, for real. And growing up in the city, if you look at our ancestors, we developed, a Mayan calendar, and our astronomy was like, top notch at that time. We came up with a lot of, theories and evidence about the stars and whatnot. But if you look at today, we're all stuck in the barrio, right? We're all stuck in these cities.
Yep.
And you got the light pollution blocking out the stars.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I noticed like a lot of homies, they end up going crazy. They lose their minds. They turn to drugs.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if we all get out of the cities and just,
we need to get back to the forest. It sounds dumb, but we need to get out the city and get back to the forest.
Yeah, get connected
we
back
need
to the earth.
Yeah, we need to get that
grounded.
That frequency, grounded, and that frequency that the trees are vibrating.
Yeah, I just seen some video of this dude. He was standing on his shoes barefoot, and he had an electric meter.
There you go.
And then he would read his finger, and it didn't have any electricity. Yeah. And then as soon as he put his bare foot right onto the floor, the grass, immediately electric charge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
maybe
we just
take
need
a
to
few
get
mushrooms
connected
out there while you're at it.
Yeah.
Dang.
Hey, caller, I appreciate you calling in, homie, and sharing your input, dog. For real.
Sir.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hey, much respect. Thank you for having this space, bro, and having your podcast, man.
Yeah. Thank you, homie. I appreciate that, bro.
Yeah, bro. Have a good night, man.
All right, that was the last caller. Thank you.
That was good, man.
You want to go ahead and
you want to read the super chats? All right,
let's
read the super chats. Let me refresh it just to make sure I don't miss any, and I can make sure I read everybody's super chat.
Hey, update me on super chats because I'm not too savvy with this.
Super chat, it's a way that the people in the live chat can help the channel
Give
with
back.
Donations and.
Okay.
And, we could use.
And once again, thank you so much for anybody that did donate. I really appreciate. We appreciate that.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right, let's start out with KTS. KTS dropped $20. Said, thank you, Marvelous, for all the knowledge you spread to our gente. And thank you to the whole Rhodium team for putting these shows together.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Chargers 420, he dropped $19.99, said, thank you, Marvelous.
Okay.
I enjoy every show you do. Keep spreading knowledge on the raza.
Thank you.
Diablo Sauce Lover dropped $1.99.
That's your dog,
he
man.
said, how is Bandit from Lowell doing?
I can't comment on any of that, or I just don't, but I'm pretty sure he is doing well,
All right.
We send our respects that way.
Yes, sir.
Isaias Chavez dropped $2, said, glad you got my request for the super chats. Isaiah Chavez dropped another $2 saying, love and support Tony A and Marv. Viva la raza.
Gracias. That's right.
Spanx Contreras dropped $5 saying, marvelous. What's cracking, homie? Montebello in the house.
That's right.
Shy Girl dropped $5. Always a supporter of Marvelous Minds. Best of luck.
Thank you so much.
Sacred Hurt dropped $9.99. The Book of Enoch is revealing itself most recently with the discovery in the Grand Canyons.
Thank you. Ancient Egypt.
Sam Hain Girl 187 dropped $10, sending much love and support to you and your podcast, Marvelous.
Thank you. Thank you.
Isaiah Chavez dropped $5. Glad you're talking about substance abuse. I have a brother fighting for his life right now, suffering from his liver due to alcohol, weed, and wake up. And alcohol. We need to wake up. Love them killers dropped $10. I like what you're doing with your new show, Marvelous. Always some interesting content, and it's just the beginning. Keep it up, homie.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
Sir Ricardo dropped $9.99. Saludos from Chuco.
Gracias.
Fire 100 Sun 100K. I'm sorry. Fire 100K Sun 100K dropped $2 just now. Said we need apology from Spain for destroying our culture. Facts. I think that's true.
Yeah.
They need to get back that fucking gold. That's what they need to do.
All our artifacts. Every artifact that was taken.
Yes.
Homie.
Everything.
Once again, thank you to a special thank you to the team. JEDI. Thank you, homie. Norbeez. News of Norbeez.
Thank
My
you.
primo for joining in. Gracias. Everybody that tuned in, thank you for all your love and support always. Even people that want to, have a debate or a friendly conversation, it's always welcome. Anybody that has some constructive criticism for me, gracias. I really appreciate it. Anybody fucking clowning, I love to clown too. So, hey, let's do it.
We just got another drop.
Oh, go for it.
It's from Lazy 408, dropped $5. Why do people hate on Oaxacans so much if we're the chosen ones?
I appreciate that. I
love that.
Go for it. You answer that, homie.
You know what? Because this world, this system.
Well, first of all, where are you from?
Well, me, I was born and raised here, but my parents are actually from Oaxaca, Mexico.
Stop lying.
I'm not lying. That's facts. But you know what?
Lying, Nancy.
I'm saying this system here was built to make, not only here, but in Mexico and Central America and South America, they built systems to make sure that people automatically dislike brown people.
Yeah.
They make it, they make it, I mean, they even put it on the movies down there, on the TV shows. They make us into the servants. They make us into the thieves. They make us into the bad people to tell this whole side of the world that we are the bad people and we are uneducated. Mm-hmm. But like you said, we are the chosen one. We are all the chosen one. I mean, these are our lands. This is paradise. There's nowhere else in the world where fruit and vegetables are abundant as it is here. This is paradise, and the ones that got kicked out are on the other side. But slowly but surely, they came here poisoning paradise, going against God's will,
bringing diseases,
and famine to paradise.
All right. Thank you once again, everybody. Norbeez, you want to go ahead and let them know about your news with Norbeez?
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, well, I don't know. Some of you might not know. Some of you might know. What I do a show with Tony A, News with Norbeez. We try to get it in at least once a week, and we give you the hood news. From a ghetto's perspective.
What the?
Something like that. You know what? Tony says it a lot better than I do.
Yeah.
But
leave the talking to Tony.
If you can, check us out, Tony Vision. We're doing quite a lot of things out there. We're here trying to push content for everybody. And I just want to give a special shout out to the Hip Hop JEDI, because we are trying to push a positive movement, a positive content to our raza. We have a lot of things in the works with Commitment Soldier, MC Pancho. Please look out for them. We're trying to make this circle of influencers that only want to elevate us and only want to push unity in a way. And I don't even want to say the word unity because it's already been watered down too much. I want to just say a movement. I want to call it a movement instead of a unity because right now it's been watered down, that word, and I don't like using it anymore. I want to call what we're doing here a movement for us to regain the roots that were taken from us. And that's it. Thank you. Thank you, Marvelous.
Go for it, dope. Tell them where to follow you at.
Yeah, you could follow me on Instagram, BIGSICKNASTY. You can hit me up. I do music. I got a clothing brand too. You could tap in. It's called The Product Garment Supply. And check out Finesse Boys Clothing. But yeah, you can get at me on Instagram. That's the best place.
All right. Thank you for everybody that tuned in. We appreciate you. All our love and respect. Keep watching. Like and subscribe. Gracias.
Share it to your people. Thank you.
Yeah, make sure you share. Share.
Much love to all of you.
Go for it, Jedi.